All right, hello once again. This is Jeff Scott, your instructor for the online version of 152-157 website development for the fall 2015 semester at Blackhawk Technical College. We're coming close to the end of the lectures for this class, and maybe it's just because other things are starting to take a priority, but I want to show you what I've done in here. And that is on the home page, what I did was I embedded a YouTube video of Donald Trump.
So nice. So nice. So they say we set a record here tonight.
So I put that in there, and then I went over to the issues page, and I added a Trump podcast. And what this is this is some disc jockey who was announcing when Trump decided that he was going to run for president. So this doesn't doesn't have any effect on the other stuff. I did try to turn off in here. I told it to go and turn off the divs, but it doesn't. But you'll notice that this does
Today's
work.
podcast is brought to you by the Luli.
All right, so that works. Now I very quickly want to show you what I did in order to do this. Okay, so first for the where are we? Went out and looked on how to add a YouTube video to your site. Okay, so I went out and first I tried to find a YouTube video. So it wasn't very hard. So under YouTube.com, I just put in Donald Trump. Okay, and I found something that looked at least similar to what I'd already been working with. So when I clicked on this, there it is. All right, and once I clicked on it, then I went down to here, and I chose share. And when I chose share, it gave me this, which basically is the address for the YouTube video. All right, and then that wasn't all of it. I went to embed, and that brought up this line. I want to show that. Actually, I can show it to you on my code. All right, so let's open that up, because as you can tell, I made some changes. Okay, so what I did was this. I commented out what had been in here previously. All right, and what that was the image of Donald Trump, and when you clicked on it, it went to donaldjtrump.com. So I kept that over there so you could see it, what I took out, but I commented it out. And I replaced it with this iframe that you see right here. And that's pretty much the same thing that that I got. I tried doing a few other things, but nothing really worked very well, so I get rid of that. All right. But so this created a special frame, and I changed the dimensions on it so they met what I had down here, 300 by 168. And then I told it to use for the source that YouTube video. And I said, have no border and allow full screen. I said equal to false. I didn't want you to be able to put it on full screen. All right, so again, once I do all that and I go to run and I go to Chrome or whatever, there you see it. All right, so I can click right here.
So nice.
Now, I guess I still
So
can.
nice. So
That
they say we
doesn't
set
turn
a
off the
record
full
here
screen.
tonight.
So I've got to find out how to turn off the full screen because I
Now,
don't want to allow that.
I'm going to make the
All right,
people
I wanted to just
outside
keep
angry,
it right
but they
there
love
on
me
that
and I love
size. All right, so let's check that out while we're right here. YouTube embed options, how to customize YouTube embedded videos. I don't know. See where it says there allow full screen. Maybe if I just take it out, it won't be in there. I guess I thought that if I set it to false that would fix it. So why don't we just try this? And this may not fix it. but I'm just going to remove that allow full screen, period. All right, then I'm going to go back onto my page. Refresh, and you'll notice
So
it's
nice.
still there, but it doesn't. Oh, it's
So
not
nice.
operable.
So they say we set a record
See
here
that
tonight.
it comes back full screen is unavailable. That's what I wanted.
Now, I'm going
All
to
right.
make the people.
So again, I did a little bit of tweaking around with this a little bit. I also went and took this and added a little bit more margin up above, because in the next video, and I might move it down even a little further, because in the next video what I wanted to add for what's left on here is I wanted to come in and from chapter 12, I wanted to see if I could add an e-commerce component, and for chapter 14, possibly some jQuery. So, I mean, I might have room to just put e-commerce right here, but it's going to bump up against this. So I'll probably take this, and what I did too, I should show you this, was I did put some CSS in here for it. Alright, so I said the iframe, just told it to float right, because when I didn't have that, it was right in the middle. And let's see if I put in here margin top 25 pixels. Now that might even be too much, and it might not even work. But I want to see if I can move that down. So, okay, now it is down. That's good. That's what I wanted. Alright, so that's pretty good. So I can have a little e-commerce here, and I may or may not have some jQuery up here, but you can see that that part is done. Alright, so again, I showed you the actual code that I used. This was the iframe. I floated it to the right and gave it some top margin of 25 pixels just to push it down a little bit. I originally tried to put some stuff in here with a function to show the to do some of the stuff, but it wasn't working very well. The support that you find a lot of times out on Stack Overflow and some of the other sites, it's a little spotty, because probably what you're trying to do and what somebody has already done and documented may very well not be the same. Alright, so the other thing I wanted to show you is under the issues here, what I did was I added another link, and again I did put the ahref, and I told it not to go anywhere. On click equals hide all divs, but for some reason that isn't taking place, so that's literally not working. Alright, I can try on load, I could try a few other things, but that's okay. Trump Podcast, and I looked all over the place until I found something that I thought I could use for this. Audio, there's our beginning and our ending audio tags. ID is audio player. Preload equals metadata. I said make the style be 100%. Grab my source, which was from right here, and if you couldn't play it for whatever reason, sorry, your browser doesn't support the HTML, probably should have said HTML5 audio tag. Alright? And I tried to do a little bit of work with it as far as moving that around. It doesn't look very good, so to speak, where it is right now. The words Trump Podcast are butting right up against the actual audio control itself. And I didn't know if for an audio control, I guess I didn't even try this, if I could go in and try some CSS on that. I had no idea if something like that would work. So there was the main page. I do have an issues page, and under my styles, the issues was actually it's under form. No, that's not the one. So I can try it in here. That's fine. There's the issues page. Good. Alright, so there's the nav, and there's a few other things that are in there. I'm just going to go down towards the bottom here. And again, this may work, it may not work. So that's on the issues page. And I'm going to try to say audio, so if I've got an audio tag, again, I don't think this is going to work, but I'm trying it. And I'll say margin top 10 pixels. You'll know real fast whether or not this works, because if it does, that'll be pushed down. And it worked. Well, that's good. So that is my foray into this. I didn't do anything with any of the transform and any of the other CSS things. I want to finish this up as soon as I possibly can. So this, I'm sorry, you only are going to get a couple um, for chapters, probably 10 and 11. You're going to get just a couple videos for each chapter. So in the next chapter, I'm going to go in and I'm going to try to add again a component that's going to allow me to add another page that will have some very, very basic e-commerce stuff. It'll probably be set along the lines of what's shown in our book. Okay? Then chapter 13, which is on promotion, will have just a single video. And it's just going to be on the PowerPoints. Finally, when we get to chapter 14, if I have time, I'll expand that out a little bit. But my goal is to get this class done, up and running, and everything finished as soon as I possibly can. Any questions, as always, please email me at jscott@blackhawk.edu. You can also email the lab assistants, John Wanda at jwanda, that's WANDA @blackhawk.edu, or Mike Wegman, that's MWAGMAN @blackhawk.edu. And again, my phone number is area code 608-757-7784.